Hello folks, Chris from Bookeasy with today's webinar covering point of sale administration. Today I'll be looking at the procedures involved to both initially set up all information in your point of sale and when you are needing to do changes to settings. So we'll be looking at the setup of registers, suppliers, categories, products, and we will finish with printing barcodes. As with all webinars, I am logged into a test console. So the first area we're going to be looking at are registers. Now please note, if you are a multi-location centre and you wish to have different registers set up to different locations, you must firstly ensure your booking locations are set up. Currently, booking locations are only accessible via Legacy, so in the dashboard we'll go down to the Legacy dashboard, and under Booking Administration you'll find an area to do with booking locations. This will allow you to set up your unique locations for when a staff logs into Bookeasy. Once this has occurred, please contact Bookeasy support, as you will have a specific URL to activate these booking locations. If you do not have booking locations, registers will automatically default to front desk. So to set up our registers, we'll go over to the hamburger menu, and under retail there is an area called POS, registers. At this stage you can add a register. You'll notice that I do have some existing registers linked. To edit an existing, click on the pencil and you may delete a register as well. So to set up a new register, I'll click on Add Register, and the name in this case will be Sunshine Coast 1. You can also set up the default receipt, whether you want it to be A4 or a thermal label printer, and my booking location in this case will be Sunshine Coast, and I will save. Once you have your registers set up, every time a staff member accesses or logs into retail for the first time, they will be prompted to select a register. The next area to look at is setting up suppliers or adding new suppliers. The dashboard menu, down to retail again, and the category suppliers. In this case I have two suppliers already listed. To edit, please select the pencil. To delete, select the trash can. Supply details are not public, they are purely for internal reference. To set up a new one, click on New, and the details here are self-explanatory. You can put in the details about the supplier, their actual physical address and their postal address. Once that is done, you can select Save. The next area we're going to set up are our product categories. So under Retail, there is a section called Product Categories, and you'll notice that I have got 4 categories set up at this stage. So I have got 4 existing categories set up. If you are using a barcode scanner, the display of colours may not be seen as a priority. However, if you do have multiple categories and products, you may wish to have different defining colours for ease. To select a new category, you will select New. What I'm going to do is I'm going to edit the category Clothing. So you can put in the name and a code. If you don't enter a code, the name will automatically duplicate. You need to set up a colour, which will be the visual display on the dashboard. You can go across to where the colour bar is, select that, and you can select any colour in the rainbow you wish. So I can go for an aqua type hue. Once you have selected your colour, you will get a hex code, a 6-digit code. That hex code is universally recognised. It will allow you to repeat colours for an exact match. You also have 2 fields, for web and for POS. For web is upcoming functionality. Do you want this category to appear online? For POS really means that this category is active. If it is active, make sure you've selected yes. If it is not active or live, please select no and save from there. What we'll look at now is setting up a new product. So over to Retail, we will select Products, and this will allow you to edit an existing product or it will allow you to set up a new product. So you can see all of my products listed here. With existing products, for example, Adele sings Hello to the World, if you go across to the right-hand side and click on the truck, that will load the suppliers that supply this product. You can link more than one supplier to a product, which will assist you greatly with stock adjustments. To set up a new product, we will select New, and the name of this product is Harry Styles Karaoke. With the code, this will display on the dashboard. If it is left empty, the name of the product will duplicate. It is recommended, if you have an extremely long product name, to put in a summary for the code for ease. Similarly, with the colour, you can select the palette to find a colour. However, if you need an exact match, you just need to put in the hash and then the hex code. In this case, I have copied one from a similar product and I'm wanting an exact match of blue. With the barcode, there are two possibilities. If the product does not have a barcode, you can select the cog to auto-generate a barcode. Alternatively, you can click once on there and with your scanner, you can scan your product when it is in front of you and that will automatically place the code in there. On the next line, there are 4 buttons all marked as no. It is recommended to make them all yes. And if at any time you do not wish your product to be active, you can change that to no. Now use stock. If this is selected to yes, all sales, etc. will adjust stock numbers. 99.99% of the time this is the case. The exception may be if you are selling things like postage stamps where it's just a case of you're just going to buy them on a needs basis and you are not concerned about stock levels. The next line is where we're going to be doing our permanent costings. So in this case I will put in the net cost of $14.32. Again, net cost will not appear anywhere publicly. The next 4 fields, markup type, the markup percentage, sum and retail are all linked together. There is only a requirement to enter one field. As an example, the net cost is $14.30. If I physically enter the retail price of $30, it will automatically adjust the markup pricings for me. Alternatively, what I could do is with the markup type, I could change that to a percentage. It will allow the field to now be edited and I can say that the markup is going to be 120%, hence the retail is automatically adjusted to $31.50. The next field to do with GST is where you can say whether you will be charging GST or not. In this case, I will select yes as GST. When you select that, it will default to the GST according to the country you are in. When online functionality comes in, the description will appear online. It is recommended to fill in those fields now. The final step we need to do is we need to link this to a category. So if we go over to the right-hand side, you'll have all of your categories listed. In this case, it will be music. So I can select music and from there select on the disk to save. Once you have saved the product and scroll down to the base, you will notice that it will show your stock levels for that new product. To edit these, just select edit and you can adjust the initial stock levels. For example, I'm going to allocate 5 to the Gold Coast and 10 to Brisbane. So there are 5 to Brisbane. I can put in the net cost again. This is an example of where you can do it product by product. Hence my stock on hand is 5. And for Brisbane, so I've set up Brisbane as 5, Gold Coast now needs to be 10. In addition, when you look at the base, this is where you can set up your low stock threshold. For example, the Gold Coast location, I need to be aware when I'm down to 5 stock, and in the Brisbane location, I want to be aware of when we go down to 2 stock, and save. Now, all of our suppliers, our products, and our categories have been set up, and the majority of our products do have barcodes on them. If you have products which do not have barcodes on them and you have auto-generated one, it is possible for you to print out barcodes. So we go to the hamburger menu under Retail, and I'm going to select Stock Take. Note you can also print barcodes from the stock adjustment or stock transfer areas as well. I will then use an advanced search to find my products. So I'll go to the category, I will select Music, and I will search from there. Once you have your products, if you do wish to print your barcodes for all products, please do not select the button Add All Products, as that will move you to another screen. If you wish to print all barcodes, I will select all boxes, and I will click on the button that says Download as a PDF. Your barcodes have now been displayed in PDF format with the barcode numbers underneath. You also have the product names on the right of this. This now allows you to print the appropriate barcodes and place at the front register to be scanned when a client is in front of you. The final thing you need to look at in administration is to ensure the overall settings are correct for point of sale. So in the hamburger menu under Retail, we'll look at POS settings. And the 2 fields in the base are the most important ones for you at this stage. Firstly, we're going to Edit, and this is where you set up your default printer style, whether you want POS to print on a normal A4 receipt or whether you wish to use a thermal printer. The second area, which is the most important one, is to track product quantities for sales. When you first have point of sale set up, this will be disabled. After the initial stock take has been performed by your centre, you will need to change this to Enabled to save. This means that when you run your stock history report, it will include all adjustments and transfers, but it will also include POS sales. That must be enabled. Stock takes, stock history will be covered in another webinar. So your point of sale is all set up and ready to go, and you are ready to start making sales. Good luck and thank you.